Walk into any mattress store and you'll see a dozen brand names competing for your money, but you are mostly shopping from two companies. The premium tags, the proprietary names, the exclusive foams. Most of it is branding layered on commodity materials. Who actually owns what? Why the beds are more alike than they look, and how to tell what you're really paying for. Rows of beds, each dressed in their own promise, stretch across the showroom. Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns and Foster, Serta, Beautyrest, Simmons, Tuft Needle. Sleepy's 8 names, 8 stories, all vying for the shopper's trust. The language on the tags leans heavy on exclusivity, proprietary comfort layers, exclusive foam science, handcrafted support. Before anyone asks about spring count or foam density, the pitch is already underway. Shoppers are nudged to believe they're weighing radically different sleep philosophies, when in fact, most of these brands are siblings under just 2 corporate roofs. Tempur-Sealy, now called Somnigroup International, and Serta Simmons together account for nearly half of all mattress sales in the United States. Their portfolios cover the floor. Tempur-Pedic and Sealy on one side, Serta and Beautyrest on the other, with Stearns and Foster, Simmons, Sleepy's, and Tuft Needle filling out the rest. Even Tuft Needle, once a disruptor in the online space, now sits quietly inside the Serta Simmons family tree. Comparing Serta against Beautyrest or Sealy against Stearns and Foster can mean comparing 2 beds made by the same parent company, sometimes even in the same factory, using overlapping supply chains. In most stores, the illusion of variety is strong. The aisle feels crowded, the decision complex. Yet trace the tags, and most roads lead back to either Somnigroup or Serta Simmons. The difference between brands often comes down to marketing and minor tweaks, not fundamental changes in what's inside the mattress. The real questions are ownership, product similarity, and what the buyer is actually paying for, unique engineering, or a story wrapped around the same foam and coil. Tempur-Sealy's $4.3 billion acquisition of Mattress Firm in February 2025 did more than add another brand to a crowded portfolio. With over 2,000 stores, Mattress Firm is the largest specialty mattress retailer in the country, a place where millions of Americans test, compare, and ultimately buy what they believe are competing beds. Now, the same company that manufactures leading brands also owns the showroom floor itself. The Federal Trade Commission recognized the risk, voting unanimously to block the deal on the grounds that it could limit real competition and raise prices. But a federal court in Texas sided with the companies, ruling that the FTC's definition of a premium mattress market was too narrow and that the merger could proceed. Days after the ruling, Tempur-Sealy completed the purchase and rebranded as Somnigroup International, a move that signaled the company's new role as both manufacturer and gatekeeper. The power to decide which mattresses get prime placement, which features are highlighted, and which competitors make it through the door, now rests with a single corporate parent. For shoppers, the appearance of variety on the sales floor is shaped by decisions made far from the showroom, in boardrooms where access and advantage are negotiated behind closed doors. Lift the cover on nearly any luxury mattress, and the first thing you'll find is polyurethane foam, a material poured in bulk, not conjured from secret formulas. Factories across the country receive the same raw chemicals, mix them to a target density, and slice the resulting blocks to order. The difference between a $4,000 bed and its $1,000 cousin often comes down to the numbers: pounds per cubic foot for foam, coil gauge for springs, and total coil count. These are the specs that shape how a mattress feels and how long it lasts. Brand names for comfort layers, like Air Cool, Tempur Science, and gel touch sound exclusive. But engineers confirm these are mostly marketing terms stamped onto standard foam. Two mattresses, each with a different logo and story, can leave the same factory, use identical foam from the same supplier, and share a nearly matching build sheet. Change the outer fabric, swap the label, and the same core becomes a new premium product. For shoppers, the real difference is rarely in the story told on the sales floor, but in the measurable details that most brands never publish. A luxury mattress like Stearns and Foster can carry a price tag of $3,000 or $4,000 for a queen size. The number on the sticker promises something rare, an experience set apart from the rows of mid-price beds. But the breakdown of that cost tells a different story. Much of what buyers pay for is layered on top: quilted pillow tops, high thread count covers, and the brand's signature styling. Showroom rent, white glove delivery, and national advertising all add to the bill. Underneath it all, the support core, the part that actually holds up the sleeper night after night, is usually made from the same category of polyurethane foam or pocketed coils found in beds a fraction of the price. While a higher price can sometimes mean a denser foam or a more refined finish, the connection is far weaker than branding suggests. Most luxury brands avoid publishing their foam density or coil gauge, knowing that transparency would make the markup harder to justify. The silence is not accidental. It protects a simple truth: the premium often buys the story, not the substance. Foam density, measured in pounds per cubic foot, PCF, is the closest thing to a mattress truth serum. It predicts how well a mattress holds up over time, yet this number almost never appears on a showroom tag. The industry standard for the support core is 1.8 PCF or higher. For heavier sleepers, 2.0 PCF is the safer threshold. Anything less, and sagging often starts within a few years, regardless of the brand on the label. Most luxury lines avoid disclosing these numbers, not because they're proprietary, but because they're ordinary, shared across price tiers and product families. The same logic applies to coils. A lower gauge means a thicker, more durable spring. 13 or 14 gauge coils are built to last. 15 or 16 gauge coils are thinner and more likely to lose support early. Pocketed coils, each wrapped individually, outperform the old connected Bonnell systems for long-term comfort and motion isolation. Coil count matters too, but only up to a point. After about 800 coils in a queen, returns diminish. When a salesperson cannot provide the foam density or coil gauge in writing, the brand name is doing most of the heavy lifting. The real filter for durability is simple: demand these specs, write them down, and treat any refusal as a warning sign. The best mattress is not always the most expensive. It is the one that publishes its numbers and stands behind them. Not every premium claim is just a story. Some materials and construction methods do set a higher standard. Natural latex, for example, stands out for its durability, often holding its shape and support for 15 to 20 years. Polyurethane foam, even at the higher end, typically begins to lose resilience after 7 to 10 years. The steel inside a mattress matters too. Heavy, tempered coils and reinforced edge support can genuinely extend a bed's useful life, while hand tufting anchors the layers to prevent shifting and deep body impressions. When a brand offers a long, non-prorated warranty with a low threshold for sagging and backs it up in writing, that is a meaningful promise. Not just decorative language. These are real, measurable upgrades. The difference is clear when specifications are published and verifiable, not just written on a tag in the language of exclusivity. Every mattress purchase starts with questions not just about comfort, but about who actually makes the bed and who owns the brand. The first step is direct. Ask the salesperson to identify both the manufacturer and the parent company behind the label. If the answer is vague or points to Somnigroup or Serta Simmons, you know you're in duopoly territory. Next, request the foam density and coil gauge in writing before you buy. These are the numbers that predict how long the mattress will hold up, not the comfort names printed on the tag. Compare spec sheets side by side, because plush top layers lose their loft quickly, while the support core is what matters over years. Proprietary foam names are marketing, not material science. Finally, use the trial period. Most reputable brands offer at least 100 nights, so you can test the mattress beyond the showroom story. Today, two corporations shape nearly every mattress choice, no matter the label or story. For shoppers, the real difference lies in specs, not slogans. Until transparency becomes standard, navigating the luxury aisle means separating fact from fiction, one foam layer at a time. Subscribe for more investigations like this.